Morning again, everyone. I hope you're keeping well. I'm joined by the very lovely Candice, and we are in the ancient Roman town of St Albans in Hertfordshire again, and we're doing a walk from 50 walks in Hertfordshire by the AA. This one is only 3.75 miles, but what it lacks in distance, it sure does pack a punch when it comes to history. Like I mentioned, it's an ancient Roman town, and there is loads of Roman history. In fact, just behind the camera are the remains of the Roman wall and the Roman gate. We'll show you that in a minute. There's the cathedral over there across the way from this lake, which is flooded.
Flooded the toilets.
Yeah, the bogs are flooded. It's really busy out today. There's a lot of people. It's a little bit windy out today, so apologise in advance if the audio's a bit crap, because I forgot the microphone again. Lovely place. I'm looking forward to this one. We've sort of been looking into this one for a while, just because of the history. So Candice has been doing the research. What have we got to see on this one?
We'll see an amphitheatre. Obviously, there is an old church. You can see, I think it's medieval.
Alright.
St Mary's, St Margaret's, obviously the cathedral, lots of the parts of the Roman wall, and we have got, mosaic.
Yeah, it's a mosaic.
Yeah, so hopefully that should be open. I think that's what building over there is, I think.
I can't remember what else there is. I think you covered it all.
Yeah, amphitheatre I'm really looking forward to.
Yeah, we're hopefully going to have lunch there. I've got a cider to review from Gary the groomer, and we've also got some lemon drizzle cake, some homemade cookies, of course, by my old Dot.
Yeah.
So, without further ado, before the camera blows away, there we go. I'm going to leave that in. That just goes to show you how windy it is. Candice will hold the camera. Well done. It's my glamorous assistant, see. Right, anyways, enough talking, and let's get walking. The very large Roman town of Verulamium dates back to soon after AD 43 and the Emperor Claudius's conquest of what became known as Britannia. A municipium was built, but in AD 60, before it could assume greatness, Boadicea, Queen of the Iceni, burned it to the ground along with Roman London and Colchester. Much rebuilding and improvement followed, with the town expanding by the early 3rd century to enclose 200 acres, its high stone walls over 2 miles long. This walk only covers the half south of Blue House Hill, but includes the main excavated areas and those with the best remaining Roman walling and visible evidence. The town straddled Watling Street, and the remains of the London Gate through which it entered the town can be seen early in the walk, with the best surviving stretch of the Great Walls and the massive ditches to its west. This was the south wall, while Watling Street continued northwestwards, passing the site of the Roman Basilica or Town Hall, before going past the Roman Theatre. Here we can follow a permissive path through the Gorhamby estate on the course of Watling Street for some 600 yards to the site of the North Gate out of the town. We've just arrived at the entrance to St Albans Roman Amphitheatre, and as you can tell by Candice's choice of language, it is closed. She's not happy at all. She's thrown a little strop. Bless her, look at her.
It's all open, but we could go.
Yeah, we can't go in there. There's this nice like gatehouse here. So far, St Albans is the bollocks. It is so cool here. There's loads of CCTV. They're probably wondering why is he filming, but YouTube, bruv. Yeah, so the Roman Amphitheatre, the remains are in there, and yeah, you can usually go in there, have a wander around. I think there's benches or something. We was going to sit in there, and it would have been a pretty cool place to have lunch, though, wouldn't it? Roman Amphitheatre. I mean, that's content gold. I'm sorry, you can disagree all you want. Yeah, we'll come back, definitely.
I didn't know we had to pay though.
Yeah, I didn't know we had to pay either. I thought you said it was free.
I thought it looks just a bit free stuff.
Well, they've got to pay the geezer to cut the grass, didn't they, and stuff, so oh well, never mind. Roman coffin found in 1813 behind the manor house Kingsbury, presented by the vicar and church wardens of St Michael's 1941. So that's a Roman coffin. This is a pudding stone. You find some of these dotted throughout villages and stuff in this country, I believe. I think it's a glacial erratic, so it's a really ancient rock, and it's probably been here before like the Romans arrived. So with a lot of old Iron Age towns, or even sort of later on, these were often used as like meeting places and stuff in towns and villages. You know, the pudding stone was kind of like the centre of the community, so you'd have, you know, there could be like almost court cases decided here, executions, all kinds of things, town meetings, stuff like that. So they're really, really important, and I think a lot of people ignore them and don't realise the significance of pudding stones and stuff like that. I think they're really cool when you see them, you know, like in a town. It really shows that the place is old, and like I say, it would have been the focal point, like the hub of the community back then. The town is very fine, with many Tudor and later buildings and a long marketplace, the southern part encroached by the 16th and 17th century buildings and the current town hall. All seems calm and tranquil now, but relations between the town and the abbey were notoriously bad. Still, the town won in the end when the abbey was dissolved. The great church became the parish church. The abbey buildings were destroyed and used for building materials around the town. The abbey grounds became a municipal park, and the abbey fish ponds, duck ponds. So it's about 2:15, and we've sort of done a loop of the cathedral grounds, and apparently it's open, it's free to get in. They do suggest like a donation. They're doing like teas, coffees, cake, stuff like that. Fortunately we've got all of that stuff, so we can save a bit of mullah there. But yeah, we're going to go in and have a look anyway. Of course, you've got to wear a mask, yeah. Candice has made the rolls.
They are squashed, you know.
They're not that squashed though. The top one is, yeah. They're all ham, by the way. They look amazing. You take those. I've bought along some Heinz big soup, chicken and like vegetable soup sort of stuff. The usual like crisps and protein bars, whatnot. And then, as a surprise, my mum made a lemon drizzle cake for Candice. and her daughter Tony. She likes lemon drizzle, and I forgot and just bought a slice each along, so we've got 3 slices here, but I made up for it, and we've also got some homemade chocolate chip cookies, I believe. Yeah, there we go. In there, they look amazing. Do you want to try one in first?
Incredible.
It's so busy out today, honestly. The Sunday, I mean, I didn't think it would be this busy, but yeah, look at that lemon drizzle. Oh, lovely.
Clearly people making the most of lockdown.
They are. What do you think, the cookies? They're
Good.
good, yeah? Good. Right, and then the cider, as I say, from Gary the Groomer, aka IPA Ales. This is one of the last ones from, I think, no, it is the last one that he sent that big box of, so yeah, literally final one. And this one is Sheppey's Master of Cider, established in 1816. It's a cider with raspberry, deliciously fresh and fruity. It's 4%, and it was bottled in Taunton in Somerset. Was it Taunton, I think. It says every drop of Sheppey's is expertly crafted by David Sheppey, the 6th generation master of cider from one of the oldest and most distinguished cider making families in the world. Sheppey's cider with raspberry is a delicious and refreshing combination of traditional blended Somerset cider and pure raspberry juice. A characterful, fruity and refreshing medium sweet cider. Sounds promising, this one. This
My ancestors.
Your ancestors? Why, where are they from?
Somerset.
Are they from Somerset? You didn't tell me that.
On my mum's side.
Okay. I thought they were Italian.
No. The other side.
Oh, the other side, okay. This sounds like a good one, this. I think we should crack this open
Go on.
now.
Drinking near the cathedral.
We've had a cider in a church before, so...
Oh, I'm sure the Padre's getting pissed somewhere.
The Padre... Oh. Anyways. Smells quite good.
Is it?
Cheers, everyone. Well, it's not bad. It's not bad. Candice is getting excited. Go on, then.
I'm going to do an Oliver Reed and drink the whole lot in one
You're
go.
going to glug it. Go on. That's nice.
That's not bad.
It's not bad, is it? It sounded promising. The description was like, oh, that's going to be a contender. It's not as good as Thistley Cross.
That was amazing.
That strawberry one. That's honestly,
that was amazing.
it's the second best thing I've ever put in my mouth.
What's the first?
Well, I never kiss and tell. Anyway, yeah, it's not bad. It's not far behind it. That's a good one. We finished with a good one, I reckon. It's better than that pear one we had that exploded on me.
Oh.
That was terrifying. I'm still having counselling. Yeah, it tastes like natural. It doesn't taste artificial. It doesn't taste sickly or sweet. All right, go on, have another sip, and then I want to hear what you're giving it out of 10.
I've already made up my mind.
Have another sip, and then you never ever make a decision based off of like one sip. You've got to have a few first. Well,
8.8.
8.8 out of 10 Candice is giving it. And what are your reasons for it?
It's because you can taste the raspberry in it.
Yeah.
And not saying it's not sharp, but it's not bitter. It tastes good. That's all I
Yeah,
can say.
it's not. Yeah, I would say it's not sickly sweet.
No.
Definitely doesn't taste artificial. It tastes
No.
like. It just tastes like quality, you know. Like I could drink a couple of them and not get sick of it. Whereas like if you had like a red berry kind of Copperberg or something like that, I'd get sick of the taste after probably half a pint of that. But these are like not sickly. That's the only way I can describe it. Yeah. And it's not overpowering. It's very smooth to taste. Really happy with that one. So Candice is giving it 8.8. Nice. Sign of a good meal. I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. We're going to get cracking with the food.
Yeah.
Don't need to show you that. You've seen it all before, including the cake.
Cathedral.
Yeah, we want to get in there because it shuts at 4.
Yeah.
and it's probably about 2:30 now.
Yeah.
So we've still got some more of the walk left to do as well. So enough yakking, and let's get snacking. This first section of the walk is more rural before we enter the city, which for centuries had been dominated by the great abbey of St Albans. It was named after Britannia's first Christian martyr, who was beheaded here in AD 209. The abbey had one of England's finest Norman churches, which became the parish church after the abbey was dissolved in 1539. The abbey had used the ruined Roman city as a quarry, as had St Michael's Church, and we can see numerous thin Roman bricks used in their construction. St Albans Abbey's west front looks medieval, but dates from 1879, when Lord Grimthorpe spent over £250,000 on the church. As the town's parish church, after the abbey was dissolved in 1539, it was an impossible financial burden. Without Grimthorpe, the Norman Abbey church would undoubtedly have fallen down. Pilgrims came to visit the shrine of St Alban. Smashed up when the abbey was dissolved, it was restored in the 1870s after it was found in an astonishing 2,000 pieces. Apart from the abbey church, only the gatehouse of 1360 remains of the abbey buildings. Outside this gatehouse was Romeland, now largely occupied by a graveyard, but formerly an open area where fairs were held and visitors to the abbey received. Well, that is the end of this video, everyone. We've got back to the car park where we parked the car, and the cathedral is somewhere up there on the hill behind the trees there. It's a very photogenic building, looks amazing, and sort of situated high up, it just sort of looks quite powerful and quite striking. It's really cool. Overall, I've really enjoyed St Albans. I think it's great here. There's so much history, loads of stuff to see and do. They're really proud of their history, which is good, and so they should be, because it's an important site, really, not just like for Roman history, but Christianity, like kind of early Christianity. Like there's a lot of medieval stuff, and even before the Romans come here, of course, you know, this was like an Iron Age settlement, so it's doubly important as from its place in history. I think it's well deserved. What did you think of it?
No, it's good. I'd like to come back.
You'd like to come back here? Highlights?
The cathedral.
You liked the cathedral, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the cathedral's got to be one of the main highlights. The Roman amphitheatre would have been one of the highlights had it not been closed. And also for me, it was like a very minor thing that we sort of passed on the route, but I was like, that's a highlight. There was a Roman coffin, the remains of a Roman coffin outside the museum. That is so cool. Like, I've never seen one of them before. I thought that was amazing. I couldn't get over that. But to be honest with you, it's all been good, and of course it's always good. We're going to walk with a very lovely Candice. Thank you very much. So, I hope you enjoyed this video. We certainly have enjoyed this walk. Thank you for joining us on it. Until next time, take care of yourselves, look after each other, everyone. Be nice to each other and stay safe. We'll see you again soon. Bye.
Happy days.
Happy days.